A Texas bill requiring institutions of higher education to mark disciplinary actions on transcripts, such as expulsions or suspensions, made its way through the governor's desk to become law.
Now, for one Baylor graduate, this bill couldn't move along quickly enough. It hit especially close to home for her, prompting her to testify on its behalf 3 times.
I want to go to graduate school and hopefully one day law school and even seminary. But in order to do that, I will have to explain my transcript notation.
Sierra Smith says she's been able to check 2 items off her list of goals: graduating from Baylor University and making a difference for victims of sexual assault.
I was sexually assaulted in my sleep over a spring break trip at South Padre Island.
Baylor's Title IX office, which protects the rights of students, investigated her claims, but Smith says the punishment was never fulfilled.
So whenever I initially found out that my assailant had transferred schools, there was some relief at first, but that came with my naive assumption that for some reason his new school would uphold any punishment.
When that didn't happen, Smith said she had to fight for change, and now with Governor Greg Abbott's signature, that change is coming. House Bill 449 is becoming a law requiring colleges to mark disciplinary notations on a student's transcript.
We don't need to, in the case where someone has been an offender or has been implicated in a serious violation on a college campus, we don't need to make it easy for them simply to transfer someone else, re-enroll, and possibly reoffend or assault other victims.
While Smith says the new law is giving peace of mind to her and other victims because it's improving safety, others say the change is going to be unfair.
What this will do is it will enable universities to label someone a criminal for the rest of their lives.
Sutton also says the Title IX investigation findings should not hold the same weight as a trial.
Yeah, well, the number one priority of the criminal justice system is to investigate these things, is to bring people to justice when people need to be brought to justice, and to decide the veracity of accusations. That's the number one priority of the system. That's why it's in place. The number one priority of the university setting is to educate.
For Smith, the new law is assurance legislators and universities took actions to care for students.
I think the legislature is sending a clear message that enough is enough, and it's time to protect college students and all Texans from these kinds of heinous crimes.
Now, after making its way through the House, it garnered the support of Senator Kirk Watson, who helped it get passed in the Senate and on its way to the governor's desk for approval. Senator Watson says he was proud to pick up the bill and get it to the governor's desk. He says, quote, HB 449 provides our public and private institutions of higher education with a common sense tool to ensure they don't unknowingly admit a student with a history of serious misconduct. Our institutions of higher education have a duty to hold that student accountable and keep the rest of our students safe from further violence. Now, the notation may be removed by the institution if a student makes a request and the student is eligible to re-enroll or good cause exists to remove it.